Did you get an email from our PR person? Our JK Games PR manager?
I don't know if I did, but maybe I wasn't CC'd,
If I'm the only one that got this email, I'm going to feel targeted, but I will say this. We have a fan that wrote in and said, "Hey, I love your show." Nay, that's a horse impression. And they submitted a video and we shared it on our social media account today. And it's a horse. And if you are fans of our show, JK Games Podcast, and everything that we do, including Clickerbait, our other amazing show, you know that I have some hostility towards Shimmer the horse. I know we're talking about Zelda today, but I just wanted to... There's some statements out there that we have to make that maybe about some things I said on Clickerbait. And our PR manager told me, "Hey, let's share this. We're going to share this video, this horse video. And if anyone comments on what you said about Shimmer the horse, a fictional horse, let me remind you all to just go with the flow and not, don't say anything else, basically, about you wish that horse would die." So there is a video of a horse. It's not Shimmer, because Shimmer is a fictional horse. That we're proud to say that we have horses that are huge fans of the show. So if you go to our social media, you'll see this horse flaunting
our brand
from the JK Games website, which you can go to anytime and also be like that cool horse that looks so amazing. Look at that horse and be like that horse and have a cool JK Games hat. But yeah. I just wanted to know if you got that email. I figured it was about me, not you. So
no, but that does clear some things up. Thank you for clarifying. Our HR department has encouraged us to have Jerica love on more horses, so that's why we're here. Yeah.
So they say.
Good call.
But it's a fictional horse. I said some bad things about a fictional horse. So, but I'm the one that gets penalized and can't have fun.
We're making up for it. Speaking of
anyways.
Horses,
if you're like, whoa, what kind of show am I listening to? Well, let me tell you, this is JK Games Podcast, the gaming podcast where we bring you the news and reviews we care about.
And this season, we are playing through one game at a time with our official video game book club.
Whether you're the type to 100% every side quest,
or you're just here for the vibes and the story.
Easy mode or expert, you belong here in our conversation. We're glad to have you.
So grab your snacks, grab your horses, and let's break it down one level at a time.
Yeah, nay. That's the sound that horses make. There's a lot of horses in Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, Jerica, I think we have definitely talked about horses, and we briefly mentioned where you can find our merchandise, that if you don't follow us on social media, you should follow us everywhere at JK Games Podcast. If you don't know what we're talking about, that means you don't follow us. So you didn't see our latest post, where you can find that video and our merchandise, which is at jkgamespodcast.com. You can see all the different merch that we have. You might even spot soon some limited edition video game book club items.
Working on
very
it.
Rare, very new, very rare, very fresh. And so you can find everything, links to our socials there. You can find our latest videos, and definitely check it out. It's fun. There's a little about me that Jerica has made for us. It's really cute. We relaunched our show. If you're here, you can see clearly we're a little bit different than we were before. If you're stumbling across us for the first time in a while, welcome back. We do now have a full-on video game book club. If you're wondering what that is, each month we pick one game to play through together, break it down on the show, and invite you to join the conversation. If you want to be a part of our checkpoints and discussing it, like having our questions and engagement with you guys, we will definitely be doing that live, but it's even more fun if you're in our Discord, where you can chat alongside us. I've been sending screenshots about where I'm at, asking for different tips and tricks, especially helpful if it's your first time playing through and you need some support, like myself, because I'm a dingbat and I need support all the time. Thank you, Cognitive Clips, for the sub. We love to see it. The gifted sub. We love that. Thank you so much. Blaster Goblin said that horse looks like it was being held at gunpoint. So funny.
I just want to say
that is High School Weekly's horse, actually.
Let the record show. If you go to our Discord today I asked or I mentioned someone in the Discord, I forget who it was. Someone was like, you should go after this horse, is massive. And I posted today, you know what? I want to go after that big horse because I love horses. I just want to, that's what I said. I'm going to go after the big horse in Tears of the Kingdom.
Was it Heroic Headgear? I forget who it was that said that
could have
told
been
us about the
sure.
horse.
Yeah,
potentially.
I have receipts showing horse love. Okay.
But again, follow us everywhere. Right now, we're playing Tears of the Kingdom, which we'll be talking about more today. We're on our third part of this book club, and today we're going to be talking about our most recent checkpoint and setting our new checkpoint. We've gotten a little bit deeper into the game, like we mentioned earlier. Today, we'll be talking about a couple of things before that. We're going to be still doing our traditional easy mode, which is where we, if gaming news comes up that we want to discuss, we will definitely be talking about it. We'll be giving you updates that we actually care about, including other games we might be playing if we have time in between our game that we have picked. We have our normal mode. We're going to talk about our progress. Where are we at? Do a little pulse check. Did we make our last checkpoint? Did we not? Are we behind? Are we ahead? Jerica started out significantly with more hours than I did into this game, so I'm a good bit behind her. So I'll be kind of like catching you guys up on what I've done. I'm a first-time Zelda player, never played any Zelda game before. This is my first ever one, so it's really cool to get to play it alongside you guys. And then our expert mode, where we do a deeper dive into the game, where we're at. Maybe do some light like spoilers as to like what we've led up to so far. But like we've mentioned before, basically everything in this game is a spoiler because there's like so much things to uncover every single day. But yeah, if you don't already follow our other network of shows, it's Drop In, Drop Out Pod everywhere. You can find us various different days of the week doing different things. We have a spotlight on Tuesday where we talk all about in-depth news with Patrick and Cayman and some various form of the cast. And then this Thursday, Jerica is hosting Drop In, Drop Out on Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. Jerica, what are you doing this Thursday? What's going on?
Listen, I'm calling it basically what did I name it? I had a clever name, like Studio Showdown is I think is what the working title. Unless I come up with something better, but that's for still sort of general. Basically, whoever's on the show. I think it's Jordan Cog, and I just acted like that's two different people. It's the same person.
Jake. Yeah.
Jake. We're all gonna get in there and like basically each of us has to come up with we got 6 positions at our game studio. We get to fill them with like creative director, artist, composer. We get to pick from anybody in the games industry, well known, not well known, and create our dream studio with our dream game makers. And it's gonna be really cool. A few folks have already just assumed that I will pick Kojima, but who knows? Who knows?
And what kind of game you want them to make, right? Like you get to basically like dream up your own like game and studio idea.
Yeah. So we're going to try to pitch each other. And then of course the chat will vote on whose studio is the best, and what game they would actually play if said people are working on it.
Nice. So, and that's Thursday. Fun. At 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is Eula in the chat's first time catching JK Games Live, longtime listener of Dido. Welcome. First time in JK Games Live. So thank you for being here. And Dan Good Show, thank you as well. But yeah, definitely check out the Thursday's episode. But yeah, that's what is to come for the next week of us. And I'm excited to dive into our easy mode. Jerica. So is my dog. She's also excited.
Perfectly timed.
What you been playing, Jerica?
Oh man, Kayla, I've been so just digging deep into Donkey Kong Bonanza. We've already talked with Jake on the last episode of Drop In, Drop Out, but I just have to keep going with it, like how much I love it, and just I hope it doesn't. It's already at the point where I refuse to beat Astrobot because I love Astrobot so much. And I'm sort of doing not the same thing with Donkey Kong right now because I love it so much, but I am still in the canyon Map. If y'all been playing, you know I'm in the canyon area. I've been in there for the last 2 days, and I refuse to leave until I find every single banana and unlock there because I don't want it to progress. Because I keep getting scared that I'm gonna get to the end, even though I'm like only in the third area or third world or third layer, deep layer, like ecosystem,
Yeah.
biomes, whatever they call it.
I think it's biomes.
I'm scared to know how many there are. I probably should know that so I can play a little bit more comfortably. It's only because I don't want it to end. So I'm just like hanging out in this one spot, and I might actually go back and work through the other areas too. Because like I love this game. It's so much fun to play. Like, and it's not anything that you gotta overthink, but it's engaging enough and not like throwing complicated stuff in your face. But it's just the right level of puzzle solving, exploration, and I didn't think I could care about Donkey Kong. And who would have thought, you know, Pauline? You know what? I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. And when I kept hearing that this character was in this game, I just thought she was always one of the girls in the Super Mario universe. I always get the ladies confused, unless it's Peach.
Yeah.
You know, Peach is pretty iconic. But you start throwing Daisy at me, Paulette, Pauline, whatever. Is there a Paulette too? I
think so.
I don't know. I feel like all the women start, you know, this sounds sort of bad. They're all like one person in my head other than Peach.
I think that's a problem that maybe we should discuss on a different podcast, because I agree. Like, in a way, like I do feel like Nintendo kind of like, there's not a ton of like standout difference in the personalities of the women in Nintendo. Yeah, specifically with like the Mario universe, whole universe thing.
And that's just the way, to your point, it's been like that for so long. So I just assume that this character is like somebody else or someone that's been around for a while. Yeah. But they are doing something better with Donkey Kong Bonanza. And, you know, I feel like I'm never going to forget Pauline now, because there's a different dynamic with this character, different story points. She's like 13 or 14. So it's like a teenager. Like, she is a teenager struggling with like confidence. So like, I'm just like, this is new Nintendo. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
give it more like life. Yes.
That's the other one. See?
Unique technique. Yeah. For some reason, I feel like you always forget Rosalina. I think you did this in one of our like guessing characters thing.
I don't understand why. Well, it's Nintendo's fault for not making them different enough for me. Another lady that loves playing games. I don't, but also I've never been like a huge Nintendo person. But Donkey Kong has changed me. Sort of Tears of the Kingdom has too. I have all hold on a second.
Hours? Oh no.
I've been so into I've had a couple of these, but I've gotten so into this. I'm all in on Nintendo.
For those wondering, Jerica's showing amiibos. Is this amiibos? Are those both amiibos? Nice.
This is a new one. I added Chic. To my collection. I just always known that's a cool version of Zelda that I wish I could see more of. Hubba hubba.
That is really cool.
Oh, I got like 4 or 5. And have these ever been
That's the Wind Waker one, right?
Yeah, it's Toon Link. Toon Link. You know, I got all these. I've never once really used these in games, but guess what?
Nice. I like that one. That one's really good. Is that Tears of the Kingdom version?
This one is Breath of the Wild, I think.
Okay.
No, this might be Tears of the Kingdom. It is. Nope. Ooh. You don't have the creepy goat arm yet.
That's true, yeah.
I do have the Tears of the Kingdom one. Where'd it go? Oh, I showed that one off. That was the first one.
Yeah, nice.
Am I too close? Too far?
Your influencer era. You got it. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. There's more.
Yeah.
Where that came from, because I've been putting all these little guys on my controller to see what comes up in Tears of the Kingdom and Donkey Kong. So
very cool. Very exciting. How many hours have you played of Bonanza? Roughly.
Probably like 10 to 15.
Nice. That's a lot more than me.
That much. It feels like that much, but it might not. Like,
yeah.
Help me if I don't think that look at my playtime on the Switch, and even if it tells me. I don't know.
I think it does. But I would say for me, I haven't put much in since we did like a first impressions episode on Drop In Drop Out, like Jerica mentioned last week. So if you want to check out like our full like extended thoughts, you can definitely look at that on either whatever podcast platform with Drop In Drop Out or our YouTube. But you can definitely check that out there. That I really want that.
You got to get the Donkey Kong one, the new one.
Yeah, Jerica showing the Donkey Kong and Pauline. She's so cute. Katratka had a good question. Is this before she becomes mayor? We presume because she's young. So I would imagine yes. And also welcome Ryan Selby to the chat as well, who said Bonanza was overwhelming at first to him.
Well, I will say, yeah, at the beginning when I was like, can I literally destroy any wall here? I don't know if I love that for sure. Cause I feel like oh my God, there's so much gold around here. Should I be collecting all this gold?
Yeah, I understand that. I felt the same way. I'm the kind of person where like, if everything is destroyable at first, it does overwhelm me too, because I'm like, oh, well, then I need to destroy everything. But I try to not like let that bother me. And like once you get past like the first little section, I feel like it opens up a lot and you get a little bit more sense of like where you're at and what you're doing. Like the exploration starts to feel more rewarding, because at first it doesn't really feel that way because there's like everything is demolishable. So it's like, well, then there's no permanence. So like, what am I doing? But it's really just to kind of like train you how to like use the abilities. I'm really into it too. I've been playing it. I put it down for a bit so I could catch up on some Tears of the Kingdom to talk about it with you guys today. But I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm like a few hours, maybe like 3 hours in. But I'm really enjoying my time. I'm still in the first like area or the first biome, I guess. But 10 out of 10 would recommend. Very fun.
Same.
Very much like I saw something recommended. I think it was by Kinda Funny, where they said that you can really have such a range of person enjoy this. Like it's like I feel like a child, like a 10-year-old can enjoy this just as much as like a 30-year-old or something.
Yeah.
I would agree.
That's a perfect way to describe it, because I'm like, some of the puzzles are like not like super challenging, but it did take me like a little bit longer. Like they're not to like some of the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom, and I can't wait to talk about shrines with you later if you got to do a few more. Like some of those are just like there's a lot of simple solutions, but they're just like so simple it makes you feel stupid. And I feel like Donkey Kong's like a little bit almost like that, but not too. It doesn't go that far off. It's just enough where if I'm tired and exhausted, I'm probably not going to go do multiple shrines in Tears of the Kingdom, but I will pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza, because I know it's never going to be that intense. And if anything, it's sort of fun to figure out how to dig my way through this puzzle.
Yeah, and I really like digging around, like, and seeing what all I can find. It feels very reminiscent to me of like, I love Dig Dug, the game Dig Dug, and I know it's that. So it's so much fun in a game about digging a hole, like that came out earlier this year. But yeah, I very hot on it. Definitely will update you guys like how I feel as I progress. But it is interesting, like playing this next to Tears of the Kingdom, because I agree with you, like. But I do think Tears of the Kingdom can be relaxing if you're like walking around getting it to a destination. But I agree, if I'm not in the mood to like think really hard or I want to like chill, I'm not going to go out of my way to find different shrines though.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Or put yourself in a very dangerous situation. I overheard through the grapevine, aka Discord, that you maybe was fighting a dragon. And I was like, well, we'll get through it a little bit. I don't want to like jump ahead. Like, Kayla just jumping in,
Yeah, I really do be just like throwing myself to the flames, honestly, which I can't wait to talk about. Like, and also I'll leave you with this teaser. I don't think I'm playing this game right.
I don't think I'm ever playing it right. So I promise you're fine.
And that's all I'm going to say for now.
So I hear there's not a right way to play it. So I think we're good. That's what I continuously hear. Yeah. Just go where your heart guides you. Go with where you want to go. But I'm like, I'm really trying to beat this game for our video game book club. So I do need some guidance. And I feel like I'm stuck to get my butt kicked.
I think that my heart has guided me in the wrong direction, but we'll see as I tell you where I'm at. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, Jerica, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about in easy mode as far as what you've been playing or doing or thinking or
I'll
eating
save
or
it for next
smelling?
week. I'm gonna save
Okay.
it for next week because I was gonna chime in. I told Kayla that I really wanted to talk about Destiny a little bit, but I'm gonna save that for next week because
Okay.
I haven't played much. If you've been to JK Games before, you know I'm a Destiny
Oh,
addict, and I
she's a
love and I hate it.
sicko.
But I haven't played in months, and a new expansion just dropped. The Edge of Fate, Fate's Edge, something like that. See, I don't even know the full title. I played a little bit with some friends, and the new raid dropped this weekend, and not I didn't even attempt. Me and my group want to do it, but we were just not like day ones like we've always been. So, but
Oh.
I've heard some really interesting things about it, and I'm like, shoot, I don't know if I want to do that. So I want to dive into it, but I'll save it and not talk about Donkey Kong for like
Gotcha.
10 minutes because I did
Nice.
go off on Donkey Kong again. And I
Well, that's
think it
okay.
deserved more praise than me bitching about Destiny. And I'll do that next week.
No, that's totally fine. I get that. And well, before we get too deep into the weeds, do we want to hit our what was our Jerica? Remind us of our checkpoint. Let's jump into our normal mode. Let's get a lay of the land, a lay of the
Okay,
Hyrule, a lay of the
listen.
sky. What were we trying to accomplish?
So here's the thing with these checkpoints. It's like, it's a goal. We gotta have a goal in mind. We gotta be able to see the finish line. If we want to attempt to get closer, the goal is gonna be to beat this thing, but it won't be the end of the world if we don't. We might just,
Yeah.
watch the video on YouTube. But we're gonna try our best to get through it. But we gotta have some kind of goal each week to like progress our conversation. So last week we said by this time today, right now, this moment, we would have finished like 4 to 8 shrines. Maybe completed our first like sage companion. I realized it's called like some kind of sage power. I didn't realize that, so I added that to the notes. We'd be more correct in how we're talking about this game. But I just call them your companions. Either they're like ghosts, I don't know. At least there's 4 of them, just like Breath of the Wild. There's 4 other folks that you meet and do quests for in the region. So we would get one of those, hopefully, and then, or at least get going with it.
Yeah.
And one dragon tier.
Okay.
One dragon tier memory unlocked. Because that gives us a little bit of a glimpse of what Zelda's been up to since we separated from her.
Nice. And chat, let us know if you are playing along with us. Did you meet these goals and accomplishments? Did you get into the weeds and something else? Would love to know where you ended up. Jerica, you've probably accomplished all of these to a certain extent already, right? Before we set this checkpoint?
No, I'm missing.
What are you missing?
I'm missing 2 more folks. So I've started my 3rd one. My 3rd, okay. I don't remember her name, but she's like the warrior in the desert.
Okay.
Someone will chime in the chat in just a second. Very cool mission so far. It was not too challenging because like when you get to a new region with a new situation, there's like a little bit of a story mission tied to it where you're an overarching scenario that you got to help this person with in this area. So I'm at the tail end. Like I think I've went through the dungeon. I don't know what they call them in this game. There's like a dungeon, puzzle dungeon. Yeah. So I got through that and I'm at the boss fight. And I think after that I'll get this lady's ability, but she can like, it's cool because if I use my bow.
Rise you.
Thank you. That little
Trav man. Thank you.
Thank you, Trav man. Electricity. It's a good electric attack. This lady will summon electricity wherever I shoot my arrow at.
Nice.
So it's been pretty fun. I'm like, this will come in handy. So
very neat. Okay, cool. So you have like one regent I remember you being curious which way I was gonna go to see if
Yeah.
I got. Do you want me to save that for later, like where I went, or do you want me to tell you?
Go ahead and tell me. I want to
Okay,
know.
okay, okay. So I decided to go to the Lanaroo region, which is specifically where Zora's domain is, and
Oh,
is
haven't
that the
done
one
that
that
one.
you haven't done?
Mm. Nope. You picked my last one, so that's perfect.
How crazy is that? I swear, chat, we did not discuss this. And we said last week, how funny would it be if I picked the one place you hadn't been yet? I can't believe I did that. That's so funny.
So you're starting the top
Ah.
right,
Yes, I don't know what led me to do that. That is so funny.
which is it's sort of a benefit now. So like once you finish,
Yeah.
help me. I can help
Yeah.
you with other ones. And so now you can help me.
Yeah, and I'm so interested too. Like I have many questions, but like if anyone High School Weekly said he also picked that for his replay. That's very cool. Katronica started with the Wind Temple this time. That's cool. Unique Technique said love the
That's where I
ambient
started.
music. Oh, that's cool. And where is that? Is that the left?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Or bottom right.
Yeah. I'd be very curious. Oh, Laneru. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Coal mines for the correction.
Ooh, these names are hard.
That's
I
yes,
might say
yes,
Electric
yes, yes.
Lady,
There's lots of names.
Windy
But yeah,
Bird.
so that's the regional phenomena that I began on. And in this area, essentially, there's sludge everywhere, which guys,
See,
what does it remind you of?
It's a sludgy. Does it look like poop?
It reminds me so much of my dearly beloved Super Mario Sunshine. When I'm going around there. That's what it looks like. It's like it looks like big oil spills and there's like sludge raining from the sky. But what I'd be curious of is sludge is bottom right. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I did Zora's domain last of the four phenomena, Man said. But I'm curious, listeners, if you've beat the game before, is there like an ideal order that you would recommend going in?
I feel like I looked up recently that the one that you started off with is probably the harder one. Right. I don't know if that's right. I feel like I read that somewhere. Amazing. So I was like, I'll just save that area for last.
That's so funny that I did that. I cannot believe that I did
could be wrong, but I feel like I read that and because I was like looking up like, hey, what's the proper way to play? And like multiple people say there's not a right way to play. So you're still in the clear because I think majority of folks still say that. But I think I read that it might be more challenging.
Cool. And Katronica said depends on your play style. Coalmine said, I believe my pathing was Rito, Goron, Gerardo, Zora.
That's what mine will be. Coalmine.
Yeah. And Man said, I was told to do Rito Village as the first. So maybe I should have asked the chat before I just went on my merry way. Which I'm not really like, again, we'll get deeper in later on. I'm not really having a hard time necessarily. I'm just like having a little bit of not a hard time with like the actual story beats, but more of like the understanding of what's happening. But I've started to get more lore. I'm interested in where things are going. Doing a lot of going from one place to the other and probably making things harder on myself than they need to be, which is like very much me gaming core for sure. But yeah, so I began the quest. I'm going through our checkpoints. I'm working towards unlocking, I assume, my Sage Companion, because I think this is all like tied together. Have not done that yet. And I think I've done, since the last checkpoint where we were at the Lookout Landing, I think I've done 5 shrines since then. So I'm working on it. You know, I've done a couple, some harder than others for sure. Some I was surprised at how like simple they were. And then I feel like some are like super hard. It's interesting they don't have like a difficulty rating on them. I would be curious to know if they did, right?
Yeah, like some of these, like you go into it. I'm always terrified of the shrines that like don't have a lot of things going on in the room. Like it's pretty empty except like one item. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to be so hard. I actually get intimidated by that.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. So yeah, that's kind of what, and I know I think I'm pretty far into this region's quest at this point. So I feel like I'm hearing about the dragon tier memory and like that is coming up. Um, but yeah, I think this is a good segue into like kind of the prefaces of like what this game is and like how different our experiences can be playing the same game and like specifically with this game in particular. Um, and Travis Man said the game difficulty increases as you complete the phenomenon. My path was
Oh
Rito,
no.
Dorado, Gordon, Zora. So that's so funny
Oh
that I chose
no.
the one last to do.
Well, that might be the first. If the one that you did is technically like the hardest area, then that might be the best way because it's the game's easier for you right now.
Yeah,
Maybe that.
yeah,
Okay, I was always curious if I didn't know that was a thing. So now I'm
yeah.
terrified to go and fight that dragon. Aw.
And then High Score Weekly has a question about my experience so far. Have you been underground yet? No, actually, still, I have not made it to the depths. That is my goal for myself next.
Lucky for you, I put it as a checkpoint. Oh,
Yes!
next week.
I've been in the caves and I found a really cool, like, hidden waterfall area in the Zora area,
Ah,
which I love. It's so pretty. Um, and it was my first, like, tingle of like, ooh, I found something interesting.
yeah.
And I did have to
Mm.
go there. Like it was a part of the quest to go there, but still, like there was not a ton of hints. Like this game does kind of like lead you in some direction, like with the hints that it gives you, but you still have to like I was like zooming in on the map, like what am I looking at?
Yeah,
Like there's something that one of the checkpoints in this quest is like go to this area that's shaped like this thing. And I was like looking, I was like
what?
turning my switch. I was like, is this shaped like this? Like I'm confused. But yeah, I definitely want to get there, but I'm not quite yet. I want it to happen naturally. I don't want to like look up something and then end up there. Eventually
Yeah.
I will if I'm still like not there. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
I would say that's like my checkpoint progress so far. Sorry, I stopped
That was
right
a
when you were
bad time
drinking
to take a
something.
sip.
I know, yeah. I apologize.
It's your
Um,
fault. I knew you
coal
were about to
mines.
stop, but I just took a gulp anyways.
We both had to fuel. Both of us are drinking energy drink. I'm drinking
Yeah.
Alani. Jerica's drinking a Red Bull. Coal Mine said, I only explored the depths after 2 phenomenon because I found something useful for it. Interesting. Okay. And then Trav Man had another question. Are y'all mainly playing handheld or docked?
Ooh, I'm a dog.
I
I'm all docked up, baby.
She's a docked girly. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
a handheld primarily. I'm mainly playing handheld. Sometimes I play docked at my desk, but for the most part, I'm playing on the go, or on my couch, but not on the TV. I like the handheld experience for this game so far. All docked up is so funny.
All docked up, baby, and ready to
Um,
go.
but Jerica, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about more details about where we're at so far, how we're feeling.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think so far as you've picked the game back up about the I know we kind of talked about the shrines, but are there any other like discoveries that you've made that like gave you that wow moment? Any struggles? I'm excited to talk about my stupidness so far.
It's I mean, I can sort of feel I feel less stupid this week than I did the one before. So if that gives you any confidence to know it gets better, because I'm docked up right now. We've heard the term bricked up, but yeah, I'm feeling more and more docked up every time I play this game, and
Nice.
it's because I'm finally finding the confidence to like try to fight. Not I. I had confidence. I went to a dragon and tried to beat it as the electrical one, and it just kept whooping my ass. So I backed off of
Yeah.
that, and I was like, I'll come back to you later. But there's a few like I forget what they're called, but the robot bosses that are like mini
Constructs.
bosses. Yeah, the constructs. I've been fighting any one of those that I see, and they're starting to feel a little bit harder. They have some new abilities, but I'm just trying to fight more things that terrify
Yeah.
me so I can get that confidence and get my foot in the door with some combat to like try to get good.
Yeah.
And the more I'm doing that, the more I feel better. Like I'm having a better time. And then like, or feeling just better at like fighting and using my weapons. And I think last week too, when we finally just realized, oh, we can just get rid of our stuff. Just let the weapons go. Because guess what?
Yes.
There's more and more enemies that you're gonna face to build to get fragments from or pieces that will have really good I guess hit points, power, attack power.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to use to fuse with your current shitty sword or whatever you got to make it better. This demon's toenail gives you 100 more points, basically. You know, I'm getting, as soon as your mom comes in the chat, I'm talking about demon toenails.
Hi.
But that's the wrong way to explain it. But, you know, I've started fusing more weapons because I'm killing more of these like mini bosses, and I'm using those materials to build weapons. So like I have literally I'm constantly full of pretty decent weapons now. So, got to start collecting seeds so I can expand my pouch so I can carry more. And you'll get to this next week if you start exploring the depths, but I think the depths now are my favorite place to be.
Okay. Okay.
You know, eventually you'll start like unlocking, or someone will give you an idea of where some treasure's at. You get like I can't remember how I get all of them, but on your map in the depths, you'll see like an X on the map, and that X marks treasure. Okay. So in the depths, I'm just going to these X's to try to find the treasure. And there's usually like a boss or a little bit of a puzzle to figure out how to get to it because it's hidden, and usually something you have to fight. And I'm just getting good loot from it. And I'm just like, wow, I'm getting, this game's fun. It's just fun.
Okay.
I'm not getting my butt whooped as much. And don't worry about your weapons. You'll get more. You'll get more.
I am getting my ass kicked right now. Since we're talking about combat, I will mention one of the discoveries that I made this past week was how I didn't realize I was playing a science game. Apparently your gear and your weapons that you're carrying matter as far as like what they're made of. I had no idea this. I was in an area on my way to Zora where I was seeing like lightning in the air, and at first I didn't really think that was going to matter or like impact me. I just thought it was like the ambiance of the area. I was like, "Ooh, it's stormy. How cool." No, wrong. I was wrong. And at first, when I was doing an all call, like helped me in the chat, I thought it was like the dragon that was flying around, which did also mess me up, but it was not the dragon that was shooting lightning. It was like just the actual area. There was lightning in it.
It was Mother Nature.
It was Mother Nature coming to kick my ass. Like, seriously. And
like, why?
I know, yeah. And I was like, hello. And my brain wasn't thinking like, oh, this game, it matters if you have conductive material on your body. Like, that's not where my mind went. But it's so cool that it does. Like, I think it's very interesting.
About it sometimes until those moments. I forget about it.
Because like it doesn't tell you. Like it doesn't lay that out for you.
It's not all the time.
It's not all the time, yeah. And so while it did seem like at first a little irritating, like it pretty quickly, like I just asked in the chat. High School Weekly said science game confirmed. But so then the chat told me, like High School Weekly in particular was like, oh, well, make sure you don't have any metal on you. And all I had to do was like put away my metal sword and have a wooden one, and then I was good to go. So I just think that's really interesting. Like, I know that's more like environmental aspects, but as far as the combat goes, I do think I'm getting a little bit better with my like hand-to-hand combat. Jerica, what do you normally like to use? Are you like a bow and arrow girly, or do you like a melee weapon more? What is your like strategy? I'm very bad at blocking and parrying, which is
I am too.
traditional, like that's how I feel like I always am in games. But what are your like go-tos when it comes to like combat in this game?
I'm very dependent on the bombs that I attach to my arrows. I like to really
Yeah, me too.
I'm like trigger when I the last few things I've fought have been very similar. So like if I can stun them, and most of the time I'm actually looking for a weakness, like using my arrow. Um, there's actually a fight, like specifically that electric dragon, three-headed dragon I was trying to fight. I looked up a guide because I'm like, it can't be this hard. Why is this so hard? I'm just getting my butt kicked, and I have a pretty decent weapon, and like nothing's working. And I think it does require a little bit more skill, but also like to your point, there's something with like the elements here that I could be using to my advantage because it's like an electrical Pokemon here. So I'm like, what am I missing? I didn't really spend any more time on it. I read the guide and I was like, this is too hard. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do this right now. But I typically like what's been working for me with like the bosses I have fought in one have been bombs.
Yeah.
And just as soon as it's stunned, running to it and just beating the crap out of it with whatever strongest weapon I have, just until it dies. And just pray to God this one more hit takes it out so I can take its toenail and use it for the next beast. So that's it. That's probably the worst way to fight in this game, but it's been working sort of for me.
No, I love to hear that because that's kind of how I've been approaching it too. We do have another person in the chat, Katronica, trying to convince us to use motion controls, like High Score Weekly has been.
Okay,
that's two people.
I
we might
feel
have to
better
try
that
it.
someone other than High Score Weekly, because you can never tell with High Score Weekly if he's
You really can't.
messing with me or he's telling the truth. So that's the second person. Okay.
Yeah. Katronica said, one of the things I like about handheld is being able to fine tune my arrow aim. High Score Weekly, or not High Score Weekly, Coal Mines asked if we have experimented with key size.
I learned in that guide for the three-headed dragon that you can attach those things. It's like the bad eyes, Kayla.
Yeah.
You can attach those to the arrows and it goes straight for the target area of the critical point for the beast without you having to aim. So learned about that recently. I'm glad you brought it up because I sort of forgot about it. I was like, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm like hours into this game and I'm never gonna find every layer, but how cool a bat eye will attach to your arrow and hit the target every time.
Yeah, that's super cool. I need to use more items, and that's something that I have been really struggling with. I know we talked about it last week. How
I use the same thing.
Yeah,
I need to start using variety to that point. So right, but same.
No, it's okay. We are on the same page because we do have a canceling out. Jake Twitchin, welcome in the chat. I hate motion controls, but I fear they are so good for a little touch to fine tune. Yes, actually, yeah, I guess that was still a.
Yeah, he said
a plus.
Does Jake agree?
Did Jake just agree with him?
I think so.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. We'll try these out.
But one other thing I wanted to talk about, kind of related to this conversation, was the items and the cooking specifically, making elixirs and just like using items for like consuming items. I haven't been doing that at all. And I think that's why I said I think I'm playing this game wrong, because this seems very important. But my little pea brain, for some reason,
no one's told you the characters. No one's telling you how to build.
Nobody's telling me.
No one's telling us.
And I think, I don't. It's this game. You're supposed to figure things out. Making discoveries is a big part of it. And I have finally started. I did struggle and did have to call in a friend as well for this. Like, how do I even put stuff together in the pot? And I finally got there, and I have seen the benefits. I have seen the light of what this can do for me. But for some reason, like, I guess it's just the way my, like, traditional narrative driven RPG, like,
well, I've also
story-based
made a potion like you do in this game, where you have to open your inventory and then add what you want, and then Link's holding it, and then you go, and you have to put it in the pot.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's weird, but it's cool.
There's games where I've had to do that before, but it kind of like gives you like an intro into like, oh, like you need to make sure you make this for this thing. But it's cool that it's like quote optional and can like give you ways to do it, to explore the game in a better way, like adding stamina, making yourself silent. Lots of different things that you can do with potions. But for some reason, it's just not where like my brain immediately goes. Like if I have a problem in the game, my mind doesn't go to like, oh, I need an elixir for this. Like my mind's not doing that. My mind is like brawling like through it with like however I need to get through it. Coal Mines mentioned cooking is very important in my opinion. I had to look up guides on recipes. I think I should just be like more willing to do that. But it's just not where my mind immediately goes, you know? I don't know. But I'm glad to hear it's the same for you.
I do have a lot of attack up potions for when I fight tough things, and I feel like that helps really a little bit. Yeah. But I'm sure there's like, to your point, like I do cook a lot, but I'm fixing a lot of the same things, and they're not really, sometimes they have perks, and it's really just because I don't care. I'm just, this is going to make people probably really upset that are good at this game. But I'm just like grabbing whatever's in my backpack and just seeing what I can make. Not the monster parts, because I learned that makes some kind of messed up food and it's not good. Only use monster parts when you want to make potions, elixirs, or whatever. Yeah. But I just sort of put together something, and then like it will give you an option with that ingredient later to like look up a recipe that you've made, I think, in the past, and you can just like click it and it'll add exactly what, if you can make this recipe, it'll go ahead and add all the ingredients for you. So you have to like select them manually. But I'm just remaking the same stuff. I haven't made new things. So that's what I need to look up, new recipes, because there's probably perks that I could be benefiting from that I'm just not taking advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And that's why I was like, am I missing out on something with this game because I'm not utilizing this more? And so that's my personal challenge for myself this upcoming week, is to make more recipes and try new weapons, like fusing things together, like actually doing it. But yeah, that's like my personal like antidote, I would say. But one other thing I wanted to mention is I don't know what's going on in this story.
Same. I mean, I still don't know.
And I think that I want to tread lightly, but I promised myself I would be honest.
Be honest. Let her.
I think there are some aspects of being able to play this game however you want that lend well to it, and there's some that don't. And I think that one thing that is seemingly to me and very early in, so don't come for me. Thank you, Dango Show. Live your truth. I think there are some things that it lends well to and some that don't. Like I am meeting some really cool characters that I like a lot, that I find interesting. I think Sidon is such a baddie, first of all. Look at this guy. I'm gonna show him on the screen. Wow, look at him.
I've seen this character, but I've been wondering like who. Yeah, okay, that's the last one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I want the reveal.
It's one of the. I sort of can see it, but if it's like Breath of the Wild, it's like I don't know the name of the species or the race of humanoid people, but they can swim really fast. I feel like they have fins. Right?
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of water in this area. So there's a lot of like amphibian type people. High Score Weekly is challenging me, which is a fair point. It's a fair point. I think that you might be beelining too much a little bit, because if you talk to a lot of the NPCs.
Incorrect. I've been exploring all over the place, and I can't tell. I just see Zelda as a ghost walking around behind a tree, and then I drink this dragon's tear, and it takes me back in time, and with these goat people, I don't know who they are.
Yeah. Yes, and because he said if you talk to a lot of the NPCs, they do explain things, and there are side quests entire underground with quest. I do think I should be exploring a little bit more, I will say, but I have been in this area that I'm in. I have been talking to like essentially every NPC, and I've collected a lot. I do go back to and I like read the character profiles and like take a look. I have to kind of like sometimes I do think that one thing this game does really well that I haven't really talked about yet is the like menu in this game and the map and the log. I think is all like done really well. The map is really good. I like the way that it organizes your main quest and kind of like reminds you like because of the little bit of lack of like direction intentionally for like the exploration aspect of the game. Um, Sometimes I can like I think one thing you mentioned in our notes is like the where am I moment.
Yeah.
I've definitely had a lot of that, but I do think that the log and now being able to fast travel more, having access to the like bigger towers where you can launch from, I forget the exact terminology, so ignore me. Um, it has helped too, but sometimes I just need to like reorient myself and like figure out like what am I actually trying to accomplish? And I imagine the story will begin to unfold a little bit more for me. But right now I am intrigued and I don't really want to spoil this for you since it's the last um quest that you haven't or the last area you haven't visited. But there's a specific part about Zelda in this area that I'm very intrigued by as far as like what she's up to. Um, and there's these different slates of text that you're reading. And I'm a reader. I like to read, but it is kind of just like a wall of text.
Lay it on
There's a lot of
me.
reading in this
You
game.
can give this to me.
Oh, okay. It's nothing like
want.
major.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't mind hearing it. I'm curious.
it's nothing major. So basically, the king in this area, Dorafon, he was injured by a like figure that is pretending to be Zelda. Like it's like
Okay.
a duplicate of Zelda, presumably. At first, I thought it actually was her, and maybe it still is. Maybe this is a fake out, but like I thought maybe she was like actually bad, and we didn't know. But it says that she's specifically like resembling Zelda, like released this like monster on him and like injured him in this area. Yeah. Um, and so that interested, like it piqued my interest. They all seem to be under the impression that it's not actually her.
Okay, because I feel like I haven't had that from like the other folks that I've interacted with, unless because it has been like 2 years since I've done Rito and whatever the Roly Rocky Boys fire people are.
Gotcha. Really quick, Katronica has a really good call out, which I'm excited for. Katronica said if you chug the dragon tears, you will get a lot more story. So that's good. Do you ever hear stuff?
I think that's a joke. I think here you can't mess with this over here. Is that a joke or can you actually chug them? I mean, once again, if you could chug, I would. But I think she's playing with this because I don't see an option to chug the tear.
Okay, good. Maybe she means like if you mainline. I don't know. We're gullible here. This is our first
We
time.
really are.
Especially
like if you
me.
tell me, if you know.
Oh, she meant as in make your way through them, like as in like getting to the
I was
tears.
thinking.
I see.
And I was like making a joke here. If I drink more of the dragon's tear, I get more of the memory. That's how I took it. I was like,
we were like, yes.
It's funny. I like
absolutely.
it.
And then
don't chug them. Pick them up.
We're looking for instruction here.
Listen,
okay?
I thought it was water. I've been drinking from that faucet. I hope it's okay. I used to drink outside at the literal water hose faucet because we're from the South. You ever go outside and drink from the faucet?
Oh, absolutely.
Water? Yeah.
I would still do that today.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so the little bit of mystery that I am given to believe is pulling me in. Also, everyone seems to know Link and who Link is. This man's very popular in this area. So
I guess since Breath of the Wild, Link and Zelda have just been helping out around the kingdom.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know who they are. But yeah. It's tough when Link has no voice and doesn't really have,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't share what he's thinking.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed about that is even when I know we've kind of talked about, and maybe not on the show, maybe it was on Drop and Drop Out, or we talked about the silent protagonist aspect.
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting how, like, even when he's having a conversation with an NPC or with a main character, he's not actually saying anything. Like, even like the dialogue at the bottom, like it like skips. Like,
Yeah.
like Sidon would like be asking him like what did you learn about the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like you'll see Link go and then nothing. And it's so interesting. And he'll be like, huh, interesting thought there.
I mean,
And I'm like,
what
happened?
Speak up, Link. What'd you say?
Yeah.
I'm going to be I'm curious like how the movie's going to portray that. Cause they're not going to have a silent Link in this movie. This person's going to have lines. So like, I wonder how they handle Link having a voice for the first time. Unless, I'm curious like what chat thinks with the live action movie. Is Link going to have a voice? Cause like, has there ever been a situation where Link talks? Like, I don't think in any game or any
chat, let us know.
I don't know. I remember this weird animated series. Maybe Link had a voice in that. I don't know. But it's weird because I don't know like their personality as much as I would like.
Yeah. High School Weekly said there is a cursed cartoon series where Link talks.
So maybe, maybe they don't. Maybe the live action movie, this person's just quiet the whole time.
Coal Mines did provide some context as to why everyone knows Link. Link and Zelda did a lot of traveling and repairing the damage of the calamity that they caused. Royal Knight kind of popularity.
Nice.
Which
friends of the people.
Yeah. Which again, part of this is probably insinuating you have played something else in the Zelda series before. So I'm not knocking on anything to do with the game and its like ability to tell a story. I'm just saying like what I have gathered from only playing this game and only being like, I think I'm like 11 hours in at this point. So that's like my perception of what's going on. But I'm intrigued enough to where like, even if we were not playing this for Video Game Book Club, like I would still continue to play it. Probably at a more leisurely pace than I would if we were not like talking about it every week. But I'm excited to see what's next. I'm gonna challenge myself to do more things as far as like trying different weapons and different fuses, different elixirs. Like get out of my comfort zone a little bit.
I just had an idea because I'm curious what you think. We're having planned a meeting right now, but I do need the chat's help. So like realistically, there's like you can spend forever in this game. And I would eventually like to play something else. And I'm sure chat would love to recommend something else for us to do this for. If we wanted to beat this in maybe 2 more weeks, do y'all think that's possible with our skill set? And would we have any issues with like mainlining the getting the 4 people together? Because I assume that's what triggers the final showdown at some point. You get all 4 of these characters or these spirits and you use their abilities to do something. I don't know what we do after that. So folks that like this game and have beat it, is it doable? Do we need 3 more episodes to beat this?
High Score Weekly said it might need more than 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
I think that's doable. I
think if we are going to do this, maybe don't add many shrines. Let me ask this. What do we need? As Trav Man says, I'm going to say you need more time to enjoy the game.
Yeah. Mine said mainlining should be doable in 2, but you have to skip side content and not get distracted as much. I don't know.
Are we missing? Obviously, it is a part of the experience and something I'm sure that brings you joy. But will we miss a big aspect of this game?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we don't want to mainline it just to mainline it. We want to mainline it to be we want to complete it to be able to discuss it at its
I
fullest
mean,
extent.
long
with
as
you
y'all are
all.
still having fun with us, we'll keep playing it. It
Yeah.
might take us 3 more episodes, but
And then again, be on the lookout for us to request a vote. We will be doing that soon. I feel like,
oh yeah,
but we'll be discussing our next plan very soon, even though we might not be starting that journey quite yet. But don't worry, it'll be there. And then always keep on a lookout too. Like I think I don't know if we mentioned earlier, we talked about Bonanza, but Jerica did some streaming of Bonanza.
yeah.
So you never know what we might pop in and stream. Maybe we'll stream Tears of the Kingdom one day.
I need to do that more than Donkey Kong, because what did I just say? Maybe we can get this done in 3 episodes. And
I think so.
it's not gonna happen if I keep playing Donkey Kong. So yeah, I'll play some Tears at some point this week, and I'd love for anyone to join and get notified when you see me. Please, God, help me.
Yeah,
Because I'm in the boss fight with that
High
lady.
School Weekly's point, it's still summer. Maybe it could be our summer game, you know? Could be seasonal.
I like that idea. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to continue hearing what works, and if y'all are having fun with this, if you feel like, oh man, maybe they can recommend or talk about this game in a different way, like that's cool too. But I mean, if y'all are enjoying this, like I'm in this ride for Tears of Kingdom at least.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to figure out whatever we do next, so we can see like how many episodes we end up.
Yeah. We can be hard on ourselves. We can do this, and then who's to say we won't have maybe a potential guest on to talk about their experience, maybe talk us through part of the story, maybe unearth a piece of lore we didn't know about before. Lots of possibilities, but I'm down to keep playing. I'm enjoying myself enough to want to know what's happening next. But we want to be realistic about our time as well. We don't want this to be the only piece of content you get from us for the rest of the year. So
we promise to not take the rest of the year with the game.
Yeah,
maybe. I thought this would be a good month game, but it's turning into multiple months. I think.
Oh yeah,
we might do this for 2 months, but I think that is doable for sure. If we had 4 more episodes, that gives me plenty of confidence to know.
Yeah, for sure. Trapman Man said, down hanging out. Keep an eye out for your stream, Jerica.
Yeah.
And then last question too from Coal Mines. Have either of you explored the Giant Canyon? I don't think so.
I mean, I'm in a very canyon-y place. I don't know. If you
maybe we'll share screenshots.
If you feel spicy, which always sounds like a bad thing, but I say spicy because you're hot and excited. Put it in the Discord. Find the map on Google Photos and draw a little place on the map. Show me where to go, because I'll go there.
Good call. I think I know where you're talking about. I feel like it's near where I'm at, but I also could be completely wrong and off topic and don't know where I'm at because I don't know how to orient myself fully in the game. Sometimes, do you ever I feel like very frequently, if you're a fly on the wall during my playthrough, I'm just spinning around trying to figure out where my dude's at, you know how the arrow, I'll spin around and be like, where am I at?
I've gotten really, I do use the glowing markers on the map because they show up really well. That helps me. But yeah, it's hard. I get turned around a lot in this game.
Yeah, I have frequently found myself needing to make sure I was pointed towards where I was supposed to be going, and I think I could use markers more because the map is good and I like the way that it has it in different sections. But yeah, I sometimes will be dizzy walking around everywhere. But Jerica, first, any closing thoughts? And then 2, did you want to set us up for where we're going to try to get to next week?
No, my closing thoughts were, I can't wait to see if I can beat this dragon next week and find this massive horse. Those are on my personal checklist. I want to beat a dragon and I want to find this massive horse that apparently is galloping around because I love horses. Despite what people say, I think horses are cool. I got 3 or 4 in the game.
I need to find another one. I lost mine. Mine got mad and ran away.
Really? Oh, they can run away? Oh no.
Yeah.
Why'd I get mad?
I captured it. So it was a wild
It's like, I don't want to
horse.
be with you anymore.
Yeah. I would say my personal goals and takeaways are I want to cook more. I want to figure out weapons that work better for me. And then I want to do more shrines. I think I'm only done I think Katronica was like, oof, you've only done 5. I've done more than 5. I've only done 5 since we last talked. But before that I had done some as well. But I want to do more to get better.
If you finish 4, that's when you can turn into the statue and get more stamina or get another heart. So that is key. I think Travman or Coal Mine, somebody mentioned recently, like, hey, you might just, if you're mainlining it, not doing these things, it might get tough without your hearts and your staminas being upgraded.
Yeah.
So we'll do more shrines. I think,
sure.
If 8 shrines give you 2 more hearts or 2 more, I don't know how much more stamina you get, but I will say having more stamina has really helped me out a whole lot.
Okay. I did choose with my first additional unlock since the world has opened up more. I did choose stamina first.
Nice.
So I feel like that was a good decision. And then High Score Weekly mentioned that you can register the horse. How do you do that? I don't know how to do that. Is that
you gotta find a horse hut, a stable, not a horse hut,
a horse hut,
a stable horse hut. You get your pony points. I'm not making that up, Kayla. That's a real thing. Gotta get your pointy points. Your pointy points.
The horse hut is so
head on
funny.
down to the horse hut where we got your pony points. Catch you later.
Pony points.
Pony points. Sorry, there's more. It's late. I'm not as funny anymore. I also will get more strides done. I put that you want to cook more.
Yeah.
Not in real life, in the game. Cook. I probably should also learn to cook something new. But for me, I'm going to try to get the horse. I think the horse and more shrines is an easy get. The dragon's what's going to be tough. But I'd like to get to the character you've unlocked. Or I want to get to that area because I've not explored that part of the map at all. So
it's really cool. I want to also like complete this area and move along by the time that we come back next week as well.
Yeah.
Very cool. Complete the regional phenomenon.
Loved hearing where all of you started your journeys. And we feel a little bit more confident in knowing, hey, we're going it doesn't matter what direction you're going. As long as you're going with your friends, you'll be fine, I think.
Wow. And I also, I forgot. I want to go to the depths too. I know you have on here, begin the depths exploration.
You should be terrified, but I hang out there all the time. I want
to go
mining the fancy rocks.
Yeah.
So I can get more battery for my, I would like to also find a new robot that does the actual, I know your mom's in this, so I don't want your mom hearing this out of context, Kayla, about my machine that I keep trying to find in the game. But I need one that works and can take out the beast. Mr. Dickinson didn't work. If y'all know who made Mr. Dickinson, downvote this person because the machine don't work. It blew me up when I shot at the balls. That's all I'll say. So maybe find a new Mr. Dickinson that I can unleash on Mr. Ganondorf, however you say his name. I'll end on that note.
Love that. We'll be
Tronica's like, the what? Oh,
check the Discord.
I'll find a picture. I'll put it there.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye. Whee! Thanks for hanging out.
On
chat this evening.
That's my Link riding the horse sound.
Yeah.
Oh.